Alright, what's up everyone? This is NinjaDeathStrike bringing you another Pokemon TCGO battle. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm trying out a live narration, so everything I'm narrating is going to be happening in real time. I've kind of shied away from these just because if people stall, I can't edit out the big gaps in the play, so we're going to cross our fingers, hope that that's not going to happen with a match, and we're also going to hope that I get a decent match on fairly soon. So this is my second take. The first time I realized that my deck didn't work, so I quit, rebuilt it, and you can see here I've got a bunch of decks made right now. All of these are noble victories. The one I want to try out tonight, Shadow and Flame. This is a deck featuring Hydreigon as the main attacker and Emboar there for support. I tried this with Feraligatr only to realize that Feraligatr can only attach energies to water Pokemon, which doesn't do me a whole lot of good since Hydreigon's a dark Pokemon. So rebuilt it with Emboar instead. I had to change it around a little. Don't like it as much now, but I still really want to try out Hydreigon. This is a more competitive deck than the previous ones I've posted, not as gimmicky. It's still not going to be top tier. I'll just go ahead and say that now. It should hold its own, but it's not going to be able to stand up consistently to things like Tyram or ZPST, so we'll see what kind of opponent I get. I might be able to pull something off here. My start looks pretty not great. Don't have any supporters, don't have any energy, so I have no way to get a Cleffa going unless I top deck an energy. So I got two Denios, that's kind of nice. But other than that, this is a pretty rocky start. Hopefully I get to go first. I could be in some trouble. So let's take a look at my opponent. 15 wins, not a lot. He's got a lot of cards though, so he could be decent. He's going to pick heads. Tails never fails. And yes, alright. At least I get to go first. Don't draw into an energy though. So kind of in a predicament here. I could P-Calm for Cleffa, but I'm not going to since I don't have any way to do it. Just going to draw pass and see that Hydreigon out there. He may be using... Yeah, looks like this is probably one of the new Noble Victories theme decks. I think it features Hydreigon and some other guys. I'm not quite sure what type, but he's got a double colorless. So, and a supporter. Yeah, this is not looking too good. We're going to have to come from behind, I think. You see that Tornadus lead? That may seem kind of strange in this deck. I run two of them. Well, there's a supporter. I run two of them just because... Alright, well, let's get into Hydreigon since I can. And then, anyhow, I run two Tornadus basically as a check for Donphan. In the Feraligatr deck, I had Chronicle, which was a lot better, but Tornadus might serve decently since he resists fighting, and he's a very good Pokemon in and of himself. So I'm going to try him out. Doesn't look like I'll have to worry about a Donphan coming down in this match, but he might work out or he might just slow me down, so we'll see if I keep it. I'm going to go ahead and P-Calm here, play down that Cleffa, and then I'm going to play this N, and I'm hoping to draw into an energy here. If I do, I can attach to Tornadus and then retreat him into Cleffa and hopefully get something going. But I get a special dark. I have the option to attach to Tornadus and Eek, or I could put it on Hydreigon. I think what I want to do is Eek. This hand is pretty bad, and I need to get set up as quickly as I can. I don't want to have to use that second N again. I need to save those for times where he's taken a few prizes, so I'm going to Eek instead. It would have been nice to be able to attach that special dark to Hydreigon, but I really can't afford to at this point. So now I get into a better hand. I at least have that Pignite, so I'll be able to get him up next time. Unfortunately, it looks like Cleffa's going to die this turn, so I won't be able to Eek again, and that's going to leave me with in a bit of a pickle as I am forced to decide basically who I want to sacrifice. So now we're going to see a Fracture come down. Haxorus shouldn't be too bad to deal with. Since unless he runs Dodrio as well, he's not going to be able to get those constant 120 attacks. He's going to have to do 120 and then sit the next turn, do nothing, or rely on coin flips. So I do run a really heavy end count, so if he gets ahead of me in prizes, I might be able to pull off a come from behind with N, stick him at only a few cards, and manage to win that way. So now he's going to put a Reshiram down. I've seen at least 4 different things. He's got a couple of heavy basics with Hydreigon, Reshiram, and then you saw that Tangrowth in there. He's got a Fracture too, so this kind of seems like a pretty random deck. It might work though. I mean, he's definitely got momentum on his side right now, and I really need to get into a supporter. I could play down this third Danio, but if I draw into a PCOM next turn, I'm going to want to have something to be able to get into my Emboar, and that should help me out a lot. I could also Catcher here, and I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to Catcher Reshiram because it'll buy me some time. It's got 2 retreat costs, and doesn't look like he runs either a Typhlosion or an Emboar, so if he does go for Blue Flare, he's not going to be able to regenerate that energy. So hopefully I'll be able to stall him for a couple of turns here, and in that time I can get 1 more energy and get an Emboar going, and then I can go on the offensive. So alright, here comes Haxorus. He's got a Collector too, so we'll see what else he grabs, see if he's got any more different lines of Pokemon other than the 4 we've seen so far. He might grab a Tangela here to try and stall me out with some status, which would not be fun. Wow, alright, so we've got a Terrakion, a Denio, and a Virizion. That's quite a few different guys. That's at least 3 different types, but most of them are pretty energy cheap. They only take 1 of their type of energy, so that will be manageable. And then Hydreigon, of course, can turn anything into fire, so I need to watch out for that Terrakion. It's got the ability to revenge kill me very quickly. And alright, we get another fire energy. That is not going to help us, unfortunately, so just attach again to Hydreigon and end our turn. I really need to get into a supporter here pretty soon, or I'm going to find myself quite far behind. Now we see the first energy come down, and he's going to use N, which is actually amazing. It's going to help me more than it's going to help him. It's going to put me at 6 full cards. I get that Special Dark, and I get an Oak. So if I manage to top deck a Pokemon next turn, I can go ahead. Nope, I'm not going to, so never mind. Gonna have to Oak. What do I want to do here? I think I'm going to attach to... I think I'm going to attach to Hydreigon. So I want to put this Special Dark down. I could try to attach to Tornadus and then go for the Energy Wheel and get a Hurricane, but that's going to power up Reshiram's Outrage, and I don't want to do that. I want to force him to use Blue Flare to really do any damage. So I'm going to keep that for now, and I only need 1 energy to retreat Tornadus. That shouldn't be too hard. Alright, and here's a Cleffa and a PCOM, so I'll be able to get into Emboar this turn, which is fantastic. Can go ahead and PCOM away the Cleffa. Grab my Emboar, and it looks like I have both my Hydreigons. So I don't have anything prized, which is very nice. It should make it a lot easier to manage. I also have that second Collector, so I can grab some more basics next turn, get them ready to go. I'm going to use Inferno Fandango here, put one of these energies onto Tornadus, and then put the second one onto Hydreigon. And I'm going to go ahead and retreat Tornadus here and send out this Hydreigon. So I'll be able to use Berserker Blade. Since I have the Special Dark, it is going to put me into a range that will be able to 2-hit KO Reshiram. And who do I want to hit? Alright, well, Druddigon's got energy, but he can come out and attack next turn. He's got a lot of high HP Pokemon. I definitely want to hit Denio, so I can take it out next turn. And if I hit Druddigon, that's going to mean I can put him pretty close to a KO as well. Terrakion doesn't have any energy, so I'll leave him sit for now. Alright, so just going to attack his energy. And I could take an Outrage here, but Hydreigon has a fantastic 150 hit points, so if that happens, he won't be able to OHKO me. He'll do 90 damage, which does mean that Hydreigon's going to be able to come in and finish me off, unfortunately, and I don't have any energy, so I might be in a bit of a bind. Oh, perfect. Alright, so now I'm sitting pretty. I can bring up this Tornadus and attack with him if I need to later. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more guys, put the second T-Pig down onto my bench, and just hang on to the other two for right now. I don't need Cleffa at the moment. I could play it down, so I have the option to free retreat, but I'm just going to retreat into Tornadus since I have that Fisherman. I'll have the ability to power him up right away. And yeah, so I think that's going to be the plan here. And then I can N after that if I need to, although a Professor Oak would be better. So I'm going to take out Hydreigon. Since I'm going to N, let's see, how do I want to go about this? I probably want to hit some more stuff to put it in range of a Hurricane KO. So if I do 40, that's going to be 120. Not enough, not enough. I'll hit Virizion, that'll put him in range. And I guess I'm going to hit Haxorus. Let's see, is that what I want to do? I could take out this Denio now, but I don't see it as a threat. So I can always pick it off later. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. The reason I'm not taking more than one prize here is I might need to use that N, and if I've taken a lot of prizes, I'm not going to get as many helpful cards from it, so it's probably better to just spread that damage around a little bit and then come in with Tornadus and clean up if I need to. So now, see Druddigon comes in. That's fine. Tornadus is going to be able to take that out in one hit, and nothing is going to be able to kill me since I resist fighting. That means Terrakion cannot revenge kill me, which is amazing. And alright, looks like he's going to try to get Haxorus powered up, which is probably the best option for him, since it only takes 3 energy and can do 120, meaning he'll be able to revenge me fairly easily if he gets that energy up in time. But I'm going to put him in a bit of a bind here. He's going to need a double colorless energy, or he's going to have to sacrifice something. So I need to Fisherman this turn in order to get my energies back. And let's see if he disconnects on me. It's going to take his time to think. So I can put 3 of these energies onto Tornadus, and then can start using Hurricane to shift those energies over to my other Denio. I don't feel like I'm going to need to Eek here, so I'll probably just keep that Cleffa in my hand. Let's see. Do I want to play the other one? I could also P-Calm, or I could also Junk Arm for a P-Calm, but I don't quite have enough cards to do that because I need to keep a Pokemon to P-Calm, and I would be looking for my Zweilius so that I could get a second Hydreigon up. So I think the best option is just going to be to Inferno Fandango on this turn, then go for an N on the next turn. Hope I draw into some good stuff. I'm only going to get 4 cards out of it, though. Alright, I am going to put Cleffa down, just so I have the option. I'll keep Denio for now, though, and just attack. So Hurricane, thanks to the damage from Berserker Blade, is going to take out this Druddigon. I'm going to take 20 damage in return, but he doesn't have anything that can revenge kill me unless he's got a double colorless. So, alright, get into another Tornadus. think I'll probably play him down as well. I might have to add some more energy retrieval to this deck, or I don't know, some draw power. I don't know. This is the first time I've used this deck, so still trying to work it out. All right, good. So we see all right, Rocky Helmet. Seriously, guy. Well, that kind of sucks, but I'm not going to be able to one-hit KO him anyhow. And he's not going to be able to take me out. So here, actually, do I want to do that? Let's think about this. I could Junk Arm and get rid of this Denio and the... No, because then I have to get rid of Fire Energy. I definitely can't afford to do that. So I think I need to end here. And I need to attach energies as well. So let's put one more on Tornadus. And let's see, do I risk the Hydreigon? Do I go for the Tornadus? I think I'm going to put down this Tornadus and attach to him instead of Zweilous. Yep. And then I can move to him. Alright, now let's end. Not ideal since I'm only going to get 4 cards, but could be better than nothing. Alright, wow. Wow, seriously, game? Ugh. Alright, what do I need? I need to draw an energy next turn. I don't have any in my discard pile. Wow, that was probably the worst 4 cards I could have gotten. Okay, so we might be in some trouble. I might actually have to eek. Go ahead and Hurricane. Let's move an energy onto Tornadus. And yeah, that 3 collectors. Seriously, this is literally the worst hand I could have possibly drawn. Super Rod doesn't do me any good, and 3 collectors in a row. So, anyhow, wow. So he's gonna get a ton of energy, rescue, and a special dark. Maybe I should have taken out that Dinio when I could have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to Cleffa here. That is not gonna be good. Because he's got the energy. Like, I need to keep on the offensive, not let him get that energy going. It's kind of hard to do that right now. He's going to kill me here. Flip 2 heads, so we'll go into Cleffa. We'll see what I top deck. Unless it's a miracle card, I am probably going to have to eek on this turn. Alright, a catcher. Well, that is actually helpful because he doesn't have any energy on that nice fat Terrakion. Let's drag him up here, buy me some time. No point. I could... Alright, I'm going to play a collector just because I don't want to draw it again when I eek. So I'm going to just grab one Dinio to put onto my bench. And that means when I eek on this next turn, I'll only be putting 2 collectors back into my deck. That will reduce the probability of me drawing into them again since they are worthless at this point. And hopefully I'll get something decent here. We'll have to see, though. Okay, well, he's going to take his time and think about it. See, this is why I don't always like doing live narrations. People stall. Alright, so put down Denio and eek. Well, there's an energy, and a Zweilous, and an oak, and another Zweilous. Alright, wow. Okay, much better hand this time. I'm going to be able to attack next turn, assuming Cleffa wakes up. Since I can put that energy onto Tornadus and then move it over to my Denio there. But his Hydreigon is going to be a problem. It's going to get powered up. I'm not going to be able to kill it fast enough. Thank God Cleffa wakes up. Man, Cleffa is awesome. Alright, and I get into a rare candy. That's fantastic. Means I can get Hydreigon up now rather than later. Gonna go ahead and Inferno Fandango. Put both of these onto Hydreigon. And then I can Oak. If I get one more energy, I'll be able to attack with Hydreigon. So this is a little bit risky. I could have gone right for the attack with Tornadus, but yes. All right, see, I have an option to get into my Hydreigon this turn, and that means I can attack his Hydreigon while it's on the bench. So I can go ahead and play Darkness Energy here. Do I want to, though? It actually might benefit me more to play a Fire Energy onto this Hydreigon and hit for 60, because if I hit for 70, I'm going to 2-hit KO this Terrakion. That's going to let his Hydreigon come in and attack me. But if I hit for 60, it's going to take 3 turns, which means Berserker Blade can hit his Hydreigon 3 times, and if he doesn't have a way to get that Terrakion out of the active spot, I'm going to be able to take it out before it gets to attack. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to play that Special Dark. I'm going to play the Fire Energy instead. I'll put this Special Dark onto Zwellius, and I will retreat. So you can see I played 2 Cleffa in this deck. One is because I need to eco a lot. I need 2 stage 2s, which is pretty hard to get. The second reason is because I don't have anyone else with a free retreat cost. So having one on my bench lets me do just what I just did. Promote it active. Gives me time to think about what I want to do on my turn. And that lets me win games. So we're going to hit Hydreigon, and we're going to take out Haxorus. And we're going to take a prize. So that is 1 nasty dragon dealt with. I don't take the damage from Rocky Helmet since it's not active. And I pull a T-Pix. So I've got the rare candy. I can get into an Emboar, or I can go into a another Hydreigon. I'm just going to hang tight for now and see what happens. You know, a lot of people feel the need to play everything in their hand just because they can, but sometimes it really benefits you to hang on to it. You know, unless there's a threat of a judge, it's better to wait and play your cards when you really need them rather than do it prematurely and find out you could have had a better option later. So I'm not going to play anything this turn. I'm just going to attack. And you see here, this is where the decision to attach that Fire Energy is really paying off. Terrakion's at 120, whereas it would have been knocked out this turn if I had played the Special Dark. So he's going to hit me for 60 here, but I'm going to be able to Berserker Blade and kill everything on his side of the field next turn. So that is going to be the match. I'm really glad that this deck worked on the first take I tried with it. Really great example of what it does, how I play it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And wow, I just won 2 ways. Wiped out his field and took 3 prizes in the same turn, so it's turned out to be a really great match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know if you like the live narration better or if you like my pre-recorded ones, and I will do whichever you prefer. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the match. Leave me a comment. I love hearing back from you guys. I like answering your questions too. So, you know, if you have any questions about deck ideas or anything you'd like my help with, feel free to ask. Again, I'll leave some links to great resources for anyone wanting to get into the competitive game, and I'll have another match coming your way in a couple of days. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.